Southeast Asia is in the middle of an aviation arms race. Air travel here is exploding, with more than 100 million international visitors every year and passenger numbers climbing fast. Boeing warns that air traffic in this region could more than triple within 2 decades, pushing today's airports past their breaking point. Most countries responded early. Vietnam did not. Now, Vietnam is betting up to $16 billion on a single airport designed to handle 100 million passengers a year. Built far from its biggest city, delayed by pandemics, land disputes, and even wartime explosives, this project could either launch Vietnam into the top tier of global aviation or become one of the biggest infrastructure gambles in Southeast Asia. Please take a moment to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines are already deep into expansion mode. Changi Airport is adding a $10 billion Terminal 5, pushing its long-term capacity toward 150 million passengers a year. Kuala Lumpur International Airport is expanding toward the same number. Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi is pushing past 120 million. In the Philippines, a $14 billion greenfield airport in Bulacan is being built for 100 million passengers annually. Compared to these giants, Vietnam enters the race late, but its ambition may be just as large. Ho Chi Minh City is Vietnam's commercial heartbeat, and its aviation system is under strain. Tan Son Nhat Airport already handles around 40 million passengers a year, far beyond what it was designed for. Worse still, it sits boxed in by dense urban development, leaving almost no room to expand. As Vietnam's economy accelerates and tourism surges, pressure keeps building. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, Vietnam recorded the 6th highest international arrival growth in the world, with visitor numbers jumping 30% compared to the year before. Across the Asia-Pacific region, no country grew faster. Something had to give. Vietnam's solution is Long Thanh International Airport. It is being built 40 kilometers east of Ho Chi Minh City on a vast site covering 5,000 hectares. That is 4 times the size of Heathrow. Depending on which estimates you follow, the total cost sits somewhere between $13 and $16 billion. Once fully complete, Long Thanh is designed to handle 100 million passengers a year and move 5 million tons of cargo. This is not an overflow airport. It is intended to compete directly as a regional and international hub. From the air, Long Thanh is designed to be instantly recognizable. The terminal complex takes inspiration from Vietnam's national flower, the lotus. 4 massive terminals radiate outward, paired with 4 runways, each stretching 4,000 meters in length. Even the first construction phase alone is immense. The initial terminal spans more than 370,000 square meters across 4 levels. Above it, an 82-meter clear-span steel roof stretches uninterrupted, creating one of the largest column-free airport spaces ever built in the region. Rising nearby, a 123-meter control tower echoes the lotus bud motif, standing as both a functional structure and a national symbol. The entire airport is enclosed by an 8.6-kilometer perimeter wall, defining a site larger than many cities. Phase 1 carries a price tag of roughly $4.6 billion and delivers initial capacity for 25 million passengers and more than 1 million tons of cargo every year. Phase 2 adds 2 additional terminals and another runway as demand rises. Phase 3 completes the vision with 4 terminals and up to 6 runways, pushing total capacity to 100 million passengers a year. At that scale, Long Thanh sits in the same league as Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, currently the busiest airport on the planet. The project has not had a smooth start. Approval came just as the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the world, disrupting supply chains and labor markets overnight. Land acquisition proved even harder. It is a chronic challenge in Vietnam, and Long Thanh was no exception. Years of delays followed, and several officials were later arrested over land-related violations tied to the project. Then came a reminder of history. During site clearance, workers discovered unexploded bombs and landmines left behind from the Vietnam War. Each find halted construction until specialized teams could make the area safe. Even the soil caused trouble. The site's red basalt earth created severe dust pollution, affecting communities up to 7 kilometers away. Health complaints rose, crops were damaged, and mitigation only arrived later in the form of water reservoirs and vehicle speed limits. Despite the scale and setbacks, Vietnam has avoided the debt traps seen elsewhere. The developer is the Airports Corporation of Vietnam, a state-owned enterprise that operates every major airport in the country. During the pandemic, ACV held more than $1 billion in liquid assets. By mid-2025, it still retained roughly $675 million in short-term investments. In 2024 alone, the company posted a net profit of $443 million. Construction spending has ramped up fast, crossing $1 billion between 2023 and 2024. With another $469 million spent in just the first half of 2025. A $1.8 billion credit line is in place, but notably, it has not yet been drawn. Long-term debt levels remain unchanged. Long Thanh was originally planned as a public-private partnership, but early bidding failed. In 2022, the first major tender produced no winners, highlighting Vietnam's steep learning curve in managing mega projects at global scale. A rebid in 2023 finally succeeded. The Viator Consortium, led by a Turkish construction firm, secured a $1.5 billion contract to build the main terminal. For Vietnam, this marked a turning point, signaling a willingness to adapt procurement strategies and bring in international expertise where needed. Even the world's best airport struggles without strong connections. Long Thanh sits 40 kilometers from Ho Chi Minh City. An expressway already links the two, but there is no rail connection yet. 2 railway lines are planned, one urban and one intercity, but Vietnam's rail projects have a reputation for slow delivery. If history holds, passengers may wait years for a direct train, relying on roads in the meantime. That gap could shape first impressions during the airport's early years. The demand story is clear. Vietnam's aviation market is growing fast, and pressure on existing infrastructure is unsustainable, but competition is fierce. Rivals like Singapore, Bangkok, and Kuala Lumpur are expanding from positions of strength, with established airlines and global transfer traffic already in place. Vietnam's phased approach helps manage risk, allowing capacity to rise alongside demand rather than ahead of it. Long Thanh does not need to dominate Southeast Asia to succeed. In a region growing this fast, multiple mega-hubs can coexist. Long Thanh International Airport is more than a transportation project. It is a test of Vietnam's infrastructure ambition, its financial discipline, and its ability to deliver at global scale. If it succeeds, it could reshape the country's role in regional aviation for decades. If it stumbles, it will stand as one of the biggest aviation gambles of this decade. Thanks for watching Unthinkable Build. We'll see you in the next one.